This was like Amina's first job in Canada. She didn't have any previous experience working in a factory and had no idea about occupational health and safety or about her rights as a worker. She was on the job just 2 weeks when she was killed. Her head scarf got sucked into a machine and strangled her to death. She had started working at the factory after receiving only 30 minutes health and safety training. I shared the story of Amina because stories like her drive my passion and commitment to advocate for better worker rights policy.
Racialized women's work has been devalued, it has been made unpaid, and it also has been produced as invisible. When you look at these organizations, emotional labor, that caringness, that bond that we create, is actually the foundation of what makes everything possible. But in the long run, none of that gets valued. And so it's racialized women that have to do a lot of that unpaid labor, a lot of that leadership work, but then at the end, they're not given the support of the community that they really do deserve as leaders. As academics, we have to understand, we have to build relationships that are based in reciprocity, in which we're seeking to unlearn and learn things together.
That perhaps maybe this is the beginning of a process that will start an inquiry amongst the recommendations that have been put forth by women before us to confront inequalities in work, especially within racialized women. So if we can come together collectively to think, and if we can come up with a strategy that demands that it be implemented, people will have no other choice but to implement it. Because if there's one thing that's working for us right now, is that the fact that the time is now.
We see mentorship programs a lot, we see employment programs, but we want to look at different ideas now. Work is changing, we can see that, the labor market is changing, so what else do we need to think of in terms of designing supports and services?
Not just here as a government employee, but I have gone through programs myself, having left an abusive marriage with 5 children, going through and becoming self-employed to be able to support those children of my own, and then building my own career path from there, looking for opportunity and capitalizing on the skills that I have gained over the years. It works. It works. You do have to develop that mindset and that mentality that I'm not a victim. And you do have to be able to advocate for yourself. I mean, I work in the government and I can see some people that are just very comfortable. And if you need them to move, and if it's about your life and about your children, you have to be able to push them forward as well. Don't be afraid of them. That's what they're there for. It just kind of reawakens them like, okay, I need to get back on my game and remember what I'm in service for. We are public servant employees to serve the public. And so it is your responsibility to hold me accountable as well. And so if I just can reiterate that this new women's entrepreneurship strategy, this $2 billion fund that's out there, if it is not addressing you, then what woman is it addressing?
There is power in the people. Despite the color of their skins, despite where we come from, if we united, we would make so much difference. If we united, we would realize that there is such an enormous amount of knowledge amongst ourselves. I always advocated for people who were racialized coming into Canada to get employment. I still do that right now. However, you realize that when these opportunities are put through the library system, I have to further go into outreach. I'm here asking people to create opportunities for women because I know that immigrants who are coming into the country are well educated, they're bringing their credentials with them, they can work. And then one person finds out that there's an opportunity at the library to take a course and doesn't go and tell the other people that they work with or that they live with, and this opportunity is going to waste. If we look deep inside ourselves, if we look at who we are, if we look at the grain of what makes us, if we find ourselves and we find our power, we realize that we've all come from different places to live in this land. And where we came from, there's a culture, and there are traditions. Why is it that when we come to this land, we forget who we are? The way to go far is to go together. Thank you.